All right, guys, we're back with section 4.2, writing equations in slope-intercept form. This section is going to be pretty cool. So previously, you graph lines given the slope and y-intercept, and now we're going to write an equation of a line in slope-intercept form if you know the slope and just one point. Probably not going to be the y-intercept. Okay, how to do that. And then in the second video, we're going to talk about how to write an equation of a line in slope-intercept form if you're just given two random points. You don't know the slope, the point might not be the y-intercept, but you do know 2 points, okay? In either of these situations, if you have that much information, you can write the equation of the line. So, new vocabulary, we're going to talk about what's called a constraint and also a thing called linear extrapolation, but we'll get into that in the second video. All right, so in this video, we want to write an equation given the slope and a point. So this example is going to show how to write an equation of a line if you're given those two things, a slope and a point, other than the y-intercept. Okay, so the question says, write an equation of a line that passes through 2, 1 with a slope of 3. All right, notice they give you the slope, and the point they give you is not 0, a number, so it's not the y-intercept. So what can we do? Well, you always start off with slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. And in general, you plug in what you know. You know that the slope is 3. You know that from the point, the x is 2 and the y is 1. So you can plug that information in. And then the only thing left is b. See what I mean? Replace y with 1, m with 3, x with 2, and you don't know b. So you can just simplify that, get 1 equals 6 plus b, and guess what we're going to do? Solve for b. So subtract 6 from both sides, and you get b equals -5. Now, that's the value of b. b is -5, but that's not the answer to the problem, because the problem says write an equation of the line. All right, so don't stop there. Finish the problem. Write the equation in slope-intercept form. Remember, it's y equals mx plus b. Now I know the slope is 3. Now I also know the y-intercept is -5. So I will get y equals 3x minus 5. Notice I did not put the 2 and the 1 back in, because the equation, when you write the final equation, you have to have the x and the y as variables and the m and b the actual numbers that those are. Okay? All right, here's 2 for you to try. Go ahead and try these ones. Pause the video and then hit play when you're ready. All right, we're back. So for 1a, you have y equals mx plus b. So the y is 5 equals the slope, which is 3, times x, which is -2, plus b. So you have 5 equals -6 plus b. Add 6 to both sides. So b equals 11. And your equation is y equals 3x plus 11. Okay, for the other one, you have y equals mx plus b. So -7 equals -1 times 4 plus b. So -7 equals -4 plus b. Add 4 to both sides. Now be careful, the answer is not 11, -11, or 3. It's -3. So it's like you're starting at -7 and moving 4 units to the right on a number line, if you think of it like that. So that's -3 equals b. And then your equation is y equals the slope, -1, times x, plus the y-intercept. So plus a -3 you could write as -3. Okay? And you could check these to see if they work. Just plug the point in and see if it makes a true statement. So if I put in 4 here for x, I'd have y equals -4 minus 3, which is -7, and y does equal -7. In this case, if I plug in -2 for x, I have 3 times -2, which is -6, plus 11, which would give me 5. So it would be y equals 5, and that's what the value of y is there. All right? All right, guys, that's it for this video. Hope that was helpful to you, and please continue on to the next video. See you there.